The soil beneath our feet holds secrets. For every gardener, it's a promise of life, growth, but what if it also holds a hidden danger? A silent legal threat lurking in your own backyard. In a nation built on freedom, some plants are deemed too perilous, too potent, or too destructive for your garden. Not by nature, but by law. Forget what you think you know. We're about to unmask America's most misunderstood forbidden fruits plants with surprising pasts, shocking present dangers, and a legal future that could reshape your green thumb forever. This isn't just about what's legal. It's about ecological survival, public safety, and the unseen forces dictating what thrives in your soil. What if your prized plant is actually a ticking time bomb? Today, we peel back the layers. We reveal the forgotten histories, the critical 2026 legal updates, and the shocking truths behind plants you might unknowingly be cultivating. Our journey begins with a berry that ignited a century-long ecological battle. Many of you commented, blackcurrants aren't illegal anymore. You're right mostly. But the story runs deeper. The blackcurrant ribes nigrum. For decades, this seemingly innocuous berry was at the heart of a federal eradication program. Why? Its silent alliance with a deadly fungal disease, white pine blister rust, a killer of America's majestic white pine forests. The blackcurrant, while not directly harmed, acted as the essential intermediate host, allowing the disease to spread like wildfire. For nearly 60 years, growing blackcurrants was a federal offense. A gardener found with them could face fines, even forced removal. This was individual liberty versus national ecological security. Today, federal law allows most states to decide. Thanks to disease-resistant cultivars, many regions permit them. But beware, state-level bans persist, especially near valuable white pine forests. This is your visual jolt. In 2026, understanding your local ordinances is paramount. Ignoring them could mean the loss of not just your berries, but substantial fines. A true cost for a simple garden pleasure. So, what are the alternatives? If you crave the tart sweetness, cultivate disease-resistant varieties, or explore native options like the juniperberry or serviceberry, celebrated for their resilience and flavor. From ecological warfare, we now plunge into a more insidious threat: fruits that look enticing, but harbor deadly toxins. The ackee fruit, for instance, has earned a grim reputation. Native to West Africa, perfected in Jamaica, the ackee is a culinary paradox. When unripe or improperly prepared, it's a potent source of hypoglycin A and B, triggering Jamaican vomiting sickness. Symptoms are brutal, violent vomiting, seizures, coma, and even death. It's not banned for import entirely, but strict FDA regulations mean only commercially canned, depotted ackee is permitted. Yet, for the backyard gardener in warmer states, the temptation to grow fresh ackee persists. And with it, the potential for tragic culinary accidents. The line between delicacy and danger is razor thin. Our next silent killer is often mistaken for something entirely edible. Introducing the devil's fig asterisk Solanum torvum asterisk, a beautiful, innocent facade, masking a bitter truth. The devil's fig, a cousin to eggplant and tomato, thrives in warmer U.S. climates, often naturalizing in disturbed areas. Its unripe berries, however, contain steroidal glycocolloids, potent toxins. In 2026, a surge in foraging trends, particularly among amateur enthusiasts, led to a tragic incident in California. A family, mistaking unripe devil's fig for a wild edible, suffered severe gastrointestinal distress. Dr. Alina Rossi, a UC Davis botanist, warns the line between wild edible and toxic look-alike has never been thinner. Education is your greatest defense against a foraging fatality. If you're unsure about a wild plant, do not consume it. Always consult expert guides or local university extension programs. Your life, or the lives of loved ones, could depend on it. So, how do we protect our gardens from these hidden dangers? First, understand your local ecosystem. Many banned plants are simply not native, outcompeting vital indigenous species. Next, we delve into the legal gray areas. Not all forbidden fruits are about toxicity or invasiveness. Some are banned for reasons tied to a complex web of history, economics, and even illicit trade. Consider the opium poppy Papaver somniferum a flower of exquisite beauty. Its cultivation in the USA is a federal felony, regardless of intent. A stunning example of botanic prohibition. Many gardeners are drawn to its ornamental charm, unaware of the raw power it holds. From its milky latex, narcotics like morphine and codeine are derived, sparking global crime syndicates. Federal law is absolute. Intent doesn't matter. If it's *papaver somniferum *, it's illegal. Even if you claim it's for poppy seed bagels, the risk of prosecution is severe. Dr. Marcus Thorne, a professor of agricultural law, emphasizes the government isn't just targeting drug traffickers, they're preventing the gateway. Your garden, no matter how innocent, can inadvertently become that gateway. This leads us to another plant gaining traction on the West Coast, canna, *Solidium tortuosum *. Marketed as a natural mood enhancer, it sits in a perilous legal gray area, sparking concern for 2026. Canna, historically used in South Africa, is now appearing in West Coast urban farms and online markets. Its alkaloids are believed to interact with serotonin, offering a calming effect. But the FDA isn't so calm. A 2026 federal advisory warned against unregulated canna products due to synthetic variants and potential for misuse. This is where your individual freedom collides with public health policy. So, what are your options? For *papaver somniferum *, choose legal ornamental poppies like *papaver nudicol *. For canna, if you value peace of mind, seek legal, regulated alternatives under expert guidance. Now, let's confront an often overlooked invasive species. Not toxic, not illicit, but eco-terrorists in your own backyard, silently strangling native ecosystems. One such perpetrator is the common barberry, *Berberis vulgaris *. Deceptively beautiful, often planted for its vibrant fall foliage, it's a federal ban in many states for a hidden reason. Barberry acts as an alternate host for wheat rust, *Puccinia graminis *, threatening critical agricultural crops. But its invasiveness goes far beyond that, forming impenetrable thickets. These thickets outcompete native plants, destroy wildlife habitats, and reduce biodiversity. By 2026, AI-driven invasive species tracking is identifying these threats with unprecedented accuracy, changing the game. Dr. Anya Sharma, an ecological restoration specialist, states, every non-native plant has the potential to disrupt an ecosystem. The barberry is a classic example of beauty masking ecological devastation. So, what can we, as responsible gardeners, do? Firstly, check your state's invasive species list. Many states have specific do not plant lists that are legally binding. Secondly, embrace native plants. They thrive in your local climate, support local wildlife, and require less water and maintenance. They are the heroes of your garden. But what about the plants that are banned, not for toxicity or invasiveness, but for their economic threat? A plant that could dismantle entire industries, kept secret for decades. Meet the Indian mango, specifically certain unregulated cultivars of *Mangievra indica *. While the fruit itself is beloved, specific varieties pose a grave risk to American agriculture. The concern isn't the fruit itself, but the potential for importing devastating pests and diseases. Diseases like mango anthracnose, or pests like the fruit fly, could cripple the entire U.S. mango industry. For decades, strict import restrictions on fresh mangoes have protected our agricultural borders. But in 2026, the rise of international seed banks and casual online trading poses a new, unprecedented challenge. Agricultural Customs Officer Isabella Reyes recounts, "We intercepted a shipment disguised as artisanal crafts. Inside were hundreds of unregulated mango seeds. One infected seed could devastate Florida's groves. The message is clear, even seemingly benign seeds bought online could be biological Trojan horses. Your desire for an exotic fruit could trigger an agricultural crisis. To protect our orchards and economy, only purchase seeds and plants from certified nurseries within the U.S. Verify their phytosanitary certificates. It's a small step with monumental impact. Next, we explore a plant so controversial, its very existence sparks heated debates globally. A plant that defies simple categorization, is it food, medicine, or danger? Khat, *Catha egeles *. A plant chewed for centuries in East Africa and the Arabian Peninsula for its stimulant properties. Yet in the USA, it's classified as a Schedule I narcotic. The psychoactive compounds, cathinone and cathine, are central to its appeal and its illegality. They produce effects similar to amphetamines, euphoria, alertness, and appetite suppression. But with these effects come significant health risks, addiction, dental problems, cardiovascular issues, and psychosis. The DEA cites public health and safety as primary concerns. Despite its cultural significance elsewhere, In the USA, growing, possessing, or distributing khat can lead to severe federal penalties, including lengthy prison sentences. Special Agent David Chen of the DEA explains, "Our focus is on preventing harm. While some cultures use it, we cannot allow unregulated psychoactive plants to jeopardize public safety here." Alternatives. Consider traditional, legal stimulants like coffee or green tea. For therapeutic effects, consult medical professionals for regulated, safe options. Don't gamble with your freedom. We've explored ecological bombs, toxic temptations, and legal minefields. But there's a final, unsettling category: plants banned for obscure, almost conspiratorial reasons. What are they hiding? The sassafras tree, Sassafras albidum *, beloved for its aromatic leaves and roots, used traditionally for tea. But a specific compound within it sparked a federal ban, leading to its slow disappearance. The culprit? Safrole, a compound found in the oil of sassafras roots and bark. Once widely used in root beer and traditional medicine, it was flagged by the FDA as a potential carcinogen. The FDA's 1960 ban was based on animal studies. While direct human evidence is complex, the precautionary principle led to its removal from food and beverage products. However, the ban extended to the entire plant for commercial use, impacting traditional herbalists and small businesses. This sparked allegations of big pharma influence, silencing natural remedies. While evidence of direct corporate conspiracy is scarce, the ban's broad scope certainly fuels the debate. Dr. Alara Vance, an ethnobotanist, offers perspective. Dr. Vance's traditions clash with modern regulatory science. The FDA has a mandate to protect. But we also lose valuable cultural heritage when these plants become untouchable. So, how can you responsibly enjoy the essence of sassafras? Focus on sassafras root bark that has been specifically processed to remove safrole, or use safrole-free flavorings. Or explore native alternatives like witch hazel for medicinal properties, or various mints for aromatic teas. Always prioritize verified, safe sources. We've journeyed through a labyrinth of legal, ecological, and toxic threats. But the landscape of forbidden fruits is constantly evolving. What about the next big threat, lurking just beyond the horizon? Enter the sea bean, Cannivalia rosea *, a beautiful coastal vine found on beaches. Its seeds are often collected as souvenirs. Harmless, right? Not entirely. The seeds of the sea bean contain cannabinine, a non-protein amino acid. While not acutely toxic in small amounts, large quantities can cause digestive upset and, in severe cases, neurological effects. The danger isn't from casual beachcombing, but from intentional consumption by those seeking natural remedies or survivalists misidentifying it. The line between harmless and harmful is often misunderstood. By 2026, several West Coast coastal parks and nature reserves began issuing specific warnings about sea bean consumption due to anecdotal reports of illness among campers. This is your visual jolt. Park Ranger Maria Cortez cautions, "These seeds are beautiful souvenirs, but they are not food. Our delicate coastal ecosystems are not your experimental pantry. If you find sea beans, enjoy their beauty, collect them as mementos, but never ingest them. Teach your children. Protect yourself, protect our coastlines." Another plant gaining notoriety is the castor bean, Ricinus communis *, a stunning ornamental with a dark secret. Its seeds contain one of the most potent natural toxins known to man, ricin. Just a few milligrams can be lethal. Despite its toxicity, castor bean is often grown in gardens for its dramatic foliage and exotic appeal. Accidental ingestion, especially by curious children, is a recurring tragedy. Yet, its seeds are legally available online and in garden centers as long as they are not for extraction purposes. This legal loophole stems from its industrial use for castor oil, a laxative, often processed to remove ricin. But the raw plant in your garden holds lethal potential. A dangerous paradox. Botanist Dr. Anya Sharma again, beauty can be a Trojan horse. The castor bean's allure belies its deadly secret. Awareness is the first step to protection. If you must grow castor bean for its ornamental value, choose sterile varieties, or immediately remove and safely dispose of all seed pods before they mature. Never, ever, ingest them. From subtle ecological threats to lethal toxins and complex legal entanglements, the garden is a battleground. But with knowledge, you become its protector. Before we conclude, let's talk about a question that keeps resurfacing. Why is government regulating my garden? What about freedom? It's a valid concern, especially on the West Coast. Agricultural laws, environmental protections, and public health regulations are not always about controlling you. They're about protecting a collective good. A single invasive species can cost billions in damage. A single toxic plant can claim lives. A single illicit crop can fuel criminal networks. The balance between individual liberty and collective responsibility is delicate. Informed choices are your contribution to a healthier, safer world. This is not about fear, it's about empowerment. It's about cultivating a deeper understanding of the Earth, its laws, and your vital role within them. Our journey through America's Forbidden Garden reveals a profound truth: knowledge isn't just power, it's protection. Protection for your family, your community, and the very ecosystems we cherish. The secrets held by the soil, the unseen battles waged for our forests, the silent threats to our health, they are all part of a larger story. One you are now equipped to understand. To truly master your green space, to navigate this complex world of plant legality and safety, you need more than just general advice. You need precision. That's why we created the ultimate 2026 U.S. Gardeners Legal and Safety Handbook, your comprehensive digital guide with interactive state-by-state maps and expert insights. Know precisely what you can and cannot grow. Identify invasive threats. Understand safe alternatives. This handbook is your indispensable companion for a thriving, legal, and truly responsible garden. Click the link below to get your copy of the ultimate 2026 U.S. Gardeners Legal and Safety Handbook and transform your gardening journey from uncertainty to absolute clarity. Don't let ignorance sow seeds of regret. Become the informed guardian your garden deserves. The truth is in your hands. From the shadow of forgotten laws to the bright promise of botanical foresight, your garden transformation begins now. What hidden dangers will you uncover? Join our community of informed gardeners. Share your discoveries, ask your questions, and together, let's cultivate a smarter, safer America. The power to transform your garden, and perhaps even influence policy, lies within the informed choices you make today. Thank you for joining this investigative journey. Stay curious, stay informed, and keep growing responsibly. Remember, the most dangerous plants are often the ones you don't know are dangerous. Arm yourself with knowledge. Our mission is to empower every gardener to grow smart, stay legal, and protect our shared world. Remember, what you plant today can shape tomorrow. Choose wisely. The world is full of wonders, but also hidden traps. Navigate it with wisdom. Stay tuned for our next investigation, the dark side of ornamental plants, beauties that bite back. Discover the unexpected dangers hiding in plain sight, even in your local nursery. You'll never look at your flower bed the same way again. From seemingly harmless houseplants to popular garden shrubs, the truth will shock you. Are you ready to expose the deception? Subscribe now and hit the notification bell to ensure you don't miss our next deep dive into the hidden world of plants. The truth is out there, waiting to be unearthed. Are you ready to dig deeper? The journey into America's Forbidden Garden has been a revelation. From the quiet threat of invasive species to the stark reality of toxic plants, knowledge truly is your shield. We've seen how black currants sparked a century-long ecological battle, proving that even seemingly innocent berries can harbor national threats. The Aishi, a tropical delight, revealed the razor-thin line between a culinary experience and a deadly health crisis, demanding strict preparation. The devil's fig taught us the perils of misidentification, a stark 2026 warning for amateur foragers on the West Coast. Opium poppy and canna unveiled the legal minefield of cultivation, where intention often bows to federal law and public safety. The castor bean, a silent assassin in plain sight, reminded us of the critical need for vigilance, especially around children. And the sassafras tree, a symbol of tradition, illuminated the complex interplay between cultural heritage, scientific caution, and regulatory impact. This isn't about restriction, it's about empowerment. The power to grow responsibly, to protect your own, and to contribute to a thriving, safe America. Your garden is your sanctuary, but it's also connected to a larger ecosystem, a greater legal framework. Understand these connections. To truly cultivate a future of certainty and safety, you need the most accurate, up-to-date information. Your ultimate guide awaits. Download the ultimate 2026 U.S. Gardeners Legal and Safety Handbook today. Transform your uncertainty into absolute clarity. Link in the description. Your garden's future and your peace of mind starts with a single click. Make it count. Cultivate knowledge. Grow confidence, shape your world. The truth is within reach.